I wonder how you max out the baking skill on Sims 4. Challenge accepted! Hello, in this video, Skillbot explores his sweet tooth and shows us how to max out the baking skill on Sims 4. Let's jump right into it, but before we do, don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. I'm Aaron Holmes, and this is HolmesGaming. So here we go, he's got his new house, and the first thing that Skillbot did is he bought the cupcake factory, as you can see right there. The cupcake factory is a great way for the cooking skill and the baking skill. And there you go, he started the baking skill. He's gone straight to the cupcake factory, which he's going to use mostly to get his baking skill. There you go, he's made some nice treats. You can also gain the baking skill by just using the fridge that's already in the house. As you can see, he's also testing out the cooking, but for this he's going to spend most of the time baking. There you go, some plain donuts he's going to go and start making. And like all skills, you can just read a book to gain these skills, but as usual, Skillbot's going to get his hands dirty and cook those treats. Now the good thing about the baking skill is that as your sim needs the needs, he's going to get hungry, and you're spending most of the time making food, which is perfect to eat when you get hungry. Now the best way to improve the baking skill is if you are inspired. So as you can see, Skillbot is occasionally going to be going into the shower to have a thoughtful shower so he can get that inspired moodlet, which will help him with his skill of baking and get it up quicker. As you can see, it doesn't take that long to do these baking. So at the moment there's a lot of baking goods around. But you'll see in a minute why he uses the cupcake machine factory instead of just using the fridge. For some powder donuts. The higher level, in each level that you gain new recipes that you can make in these machines in the baking. And they go level 3. So as you can see, these baking goods you can't sell in your inventory, but there's one thing you can do when you make an excellent quality good, baking good, is that you can sell it to the local bakery, but only if it's an excellent quality. So the rest of them Skillbot will just put in the fridge for leftovers so he can eat when he's hungry. And selling the goods to the local bakery will also give you a few fame points. So if you ever wanted to become a celebrity, baking is one way to do it. The factory needs to be cleaned and refilled occasionally. And the refilling costs 20 simoleons, but you get that easily by selling a few goods. So Skillbot has also got the creative trait, which will give him the inspired moodlet ever so often. So if you ever want to become a good baker in the baking skill, that is the creative trait is a good one to have. And now he's level 4. And now he can make cheesy bread and some other things. There's different baking goods you can make if you use the fridge or if you use this cupcake factory. So if you want to mix it up and make different things, that's what you do. Just having a little treat. Another trait that Skillbot has right now is the foodie trait, because he's going to be cooking a lot, so I thought that's a good trait to have. And then they might more likely become excellent quality because of it. Ooh, chocolate. Back to some plain muffins. So the baking skill is going to be a lot of time just spent baking. Make something, either sell it if it's an excellent quality, or put it away for leftovers to eat when you're hungry. There you go, a little bit there. It's a great way to get a bit of simoleons, so you don't have to waste time at a job, and you can get that baking skill up that bit quicker. And he's gone back in to get the shower to get that inspiration back, so we can get that skill up that bit quicker. And there you go, level 5. And when you reach level 3 of the baking skill, it lets you decorate some of your cookies and things. But Skillbot hasn't got time to do all that. He's just getting that skill up by making loads, selling them if they're excellent quality, putting the rest away to eat when he's hungry. And of course, Skillbot has to fill up his other needs, but when he can, all he's going to be doing is cooking, baking, baking. The other trait that Skillbot has is the loner trait. And the good thing about the loner trait is that you don't get upset and a bad mood when you're not got your social need up, which means he doesn't have to have anyone over, he doesn't have to waste time talking to people, he doesn't have to waste time getting that social need up, because it doesn't bother him, which means he can just carry on baking. And that's one less need to worry about. So we can keep being inspired, which is a good thing. He can stay inspired longer because he doesn't have to worry. He won't get a bad mood. And there you go, level 6. He won't get a bad mood from being lonely. So that is something to consider when you get the baking skill or any other skill, is maybe get the loner trait, so you don't have to worry about the socialization. And he's just racking them out now, one after the other. He's just getting them out, because it doesn't take, on the cupcake machine factory, it doesn't take that long to make. Yes. So he's, oh, and then he's back to not being inspired, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't stop him from baking. It just makes it slightly slower. Again, eating a few of his goods to get less hungry. When he's hungry, just have a few that he's put away that he couldn't sell because they weren't high enough quality. Make some salmon. There's great variety of baking goods he can make just to mix it up a bit. And there we go, back to bed, to gain some energy. Get that inspiration back, and then back to baking. Oh, and there you go, he's gained a fame. And he's level 7 at baking. Baking, as you can see, is quite a quick skill to gain. Just gain the fame point. Not that it's necessary for the baking skill. And there we go, some more baking goods. And again, like all skills, it's a lot of tasks that are just repeated. If you want to get that skill really quickly, just repeat that skill, repeat the baking over and over again, and you eventually get to level 10. Try and get inspired so you can get it that bit quicker. And once you lose that inspiration, go back in that shower, just have a quick shower, quick thoughtful shower to get that inspiration. It seems that this time the thoughtful shower didn't exactly work out well for him. So he's back in that shower just to get that inspiration. There you go, back baking. Now the thing is, the loner trait is that when there is someone that comes by, like his neighbour just walked in, he actually has a bad moodlet because he wants to be alone. But luckily the inspiration mood overrides it, so he can still have that inspiration. And now Skillbot is baking from the fridge. It takes a little longer, so you get a little bit more skill, but you can't sell the goods to get money. You have to use the cupcake factory in order to sell to the local bakery. So most of the time, Skillbot will use the factory so he can get a few simoleons. There's always a balance, because you can either use the fridge to take a bit longer to cook the goods to get a bit more skill whilst you're making one, or you can use the cupcake factory to gain the money if you make an excellent good. And you can sell it to the local bakery for a few simoleons. So there'll be a few cycling where you bake the good, sell it, bake, sell, bake, maybe put it away if it's not good quality. Occasionally go into the shower to get the inspiration if you don't get it from the creative trait. Occasionally, if your fun is down, you might need to watch a bit of TV, get your fun up. And now he seems to have bought a lottery ticket because it was the lottery. It'll give him a good mood, and he's still inspired. In fact, the lottery ticket gave him the inspiration mood, which is perfect because it's exactly what we need. And now he's back baking. And you can see the social need is right down, but it doesn't bother him. And he's level 8 baking. There's a different range of prices you can get from selling your goods. Sometimes quite low, sometimes not too bad. Just keep selling. Make loads to sell them. There we go, inspired again from the creative trait. And he's carrying on baking. And there goes another baking from the fridge, baking with the oven. And there we go. As you can see, can't sell them. Now he's going to make some bread after eating one of the ones that he's made before. And then he's going to go and make some chocolate. And he's not inspired anymore, so he has to go back into the shower to get inspired. And then repeat what you've been doing the whole time until you get tired, then go to bed to gain that energy, and then back to baking the next day. Now when you bake certain goods, you have to have the exact ingredients to make certain ones. Luckily there are a lot that don't have ingredients that you need, but there are, as you can see, some like fruit based goods that you need the ingredients in the fridge or on your person in order to make these certain goods. But luckily you don't need to make all of them to gain the skill. You can choose, and there's plenty that you can do without anything. But if you wanted to make loads of different varieties, it's the baking skill could accompany great with the gardening skill or the fishing skill and other skills that gather resources. And then he's back baking. And then he is about to level up. And there we go, level 9. Yep, there he is. He's going to bake some more pastries. Now he can bake a few more because he's level 9. Just that one last level to get to max it out. Come on, Skillbot, you can do it. Ooh, some creme brulee. There goes baking again in with the fridge and the oven. And he's going to eat a bit to gain that hunger. Lower the hunger, technically. Nope, we don't want any visitors, sorry. And then back to baking. And then yes, and then get your inspiration back to gain that skill that bit faster. And then clean it, refill it, and then make some more. He's getting a bit tired now, so soon he'll have to go back to bed to gain that energy. And maybe next day he might be able to finish the skill and max it out. Another creme brulee. It seems that it's a bit more difficult with the higher level goods to make to get excellent quality. These last few seem to have all been, oh there you go, there's another excellent, but they all before that seemed to be a lot of normal quality. But he made another excellent, he could sell it, get a few simoleons. And it looks like he might be able to max out the whole baking skill before he has to pay one lot of rent. Here it is, last stretch. Come on, Skillbot, you can do it. Show us how it's done. And just as he lost the inspiration from the creative trait, he gained it from the shower. Baking can be a very messy job. As you can see, the counter's a bit dirty, but Skillbot hasn't got time to clean right now. He wants to get to that max baking skill, and then he can worry about cleanliness later on. There you go, 92%, we're almost there. Just that one last bit. 98%. There we go, he's maxed out the baking skill. Well done, Skillbot. There we go, I wondered, and now I know. Skillbot has shown us how to max out the baking skill. Using a cupcake factory which you can buy from the store, or using the fridge and the oven, you can get that skill by making loads of baked goods. These goods also are great because you can eat them when you get hungry. Now, to get the skill a bit faster, you should have the inspired mood. Now, to get the inspired mood, you can either have the creative trait, which it will give you occasionally, or take a thoughtful shower. Also, when you have the cupcake factory, you could sell your goods that you bake, if they're excellent quality, to a local bakery for a few simoleons. You occasionally have to clean and refill the factory, which costs about 20 simoleons, but you'll make plenty of money from selling those goods if you make the excellent quality versions. Now, join Skillbot in the next video where he strikes out to show us how to get the bowling skill to level 10. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm Aaron Holmes, and this is Holmes Gaming.